Viewers, here we are going to find the zeros of this given polynomial. Zeros of a polynomial are the values of x that when you substitute them for x will give you 0. So this is a polynomial of degree 3. So first of all, we are going to use this method of try and error to get the first 0. So you start with 1. If you substitute 1 for x in this expression, are we going to get 0? 1 cubed is 1. 1 squared is 1. Multiplied by 6, 6. Then minus 1 plus 30. Now 1 minus 6 minus 5. Minus 5 minus 1 is minus 6. And minus 6 plus 30 gives us 24. So that means f of 1 is not 0. So now let's take minus 1. Minus 1 cubed is minus 1. Minus 1 squared is 1 times 6. That is 6. Then minus 1 plus 30. So we have minus 1 minus 6. Minus is plus. Plus 1 plus 30. So minus 1 minus 6, that's minus 7. Minus 7 plus 1, minus 6. Then plus 30, we still got 24. So now, let's try 2. If you substitute 2 for x, 2 raised to the power 3 is 8. 2 raised to the power 2, that's 4. Multiplied by 6, you have 24 minus 2. Plus 30. So now the positive ones, 8 plus 30, that's 38. 38 minus 24, 14. 14 minus 2, that gives us 12. So with this, we still did not get 0. So now let's take minus 2. Minus 2 raised to the power 3 is minus 8. Then minus 2 squared is 4. 4 times 6, that's 24. Minus 2 plus 30. So minus 8 minus 24, that's minus 32. You know, minus becomes plus. So minus 32 plus 2, that's minus 30. Then minus 30 plus 30, that gives us 0. That means x equals what? Minus 2. So it is f of minus 2 now that give us 0. So since f of minus 2 is 0, it means we can take x equals minus 2 as one of the zeros of this polynomial. So if you bring in the minus 2, you have x plus 2 equal to 0. This now becomes one of the factors of this polynomial. So we are going to divide this polynomial by this factor. Then we arrive at a quadratic expression. We will now equate that quadratic expression to 0. Now get the 2 roots of that quadratic. So those 2 roots together with this one now gives us the 3 roots of this polynomial. So now let's do the division. X plus 2. Then we have s cubed minus 6s squared minus x plus 30. So we've done division of polynomial in one of our previous lessons. X divides s cubed, that will give us s squared. Then x times s squared, s cubed. 2 times s squared, 2s squared. Then you subtract. S cubed minus s cubed, that's gone. Minus 6s squared minus 2s squared, that is minus 8s squared. Then you bring down this minus x. So x in minus 8s squared will give us minus 8x. Then x multiplied by minus 8x, that's minus 8s squared. Then 2 multiplied by minus 8x will give us minus 16x. Then we'll divide again. Sorry, we'll subtract. This minus this is gone. Then minus is plus. So minus x plus 16x, that will give us 15x. Then we'll now bring down 30. x in 15x is 15. X times 15, 15x. 2 times 15 is 30. So if you subtract here, you can see that nothing is left. So we've arrived at x squared minus 18x plus 15. We are now going to equate x squared minus 8x plus 15. We will equate it to 0, and that gives us a quadratic equation. So we'll solve this. Now we have to get two factors of 15, whose sum is minus 8, and that's minus 3 and minus 5. So we have x squared minus 3x minus 5x plus 15 equals to 0. So x minus 3, if you factorize x out, you bring down minus 5 and 15. 5 is the highest common factor. Here we are left with x. Minus plus is minus. 5 and 15 is 3. So remember, this and this are supposed to be the same always. So you pick one out of these two, then the factors outside, we'll put them in a bracket equal to 0. So you have x minus 3 equals 0, or x minus 5 equal to 0. So that means x equals 3 or x equals 5. So now the zeros of the given polynomial will now be x equals minus 2, 3, or what? 5. So this is how to get the zeros of any given polynomial of degree 3. Thank you.